This morning we took our group down to the farm and worked on a few different chores that the kids are familiar with. We got an extra special treat because we got there in time to watch the cows cross to the field, which is something that not a lot of farms do these days. Can you say moo? Moo! And then they stopped off to visit the 3 sheep that are mowing the lawn, and then they got started with their jobs. And one student works to carry grain from the barn. There's a big storage closet in the barn where they blow in the grain, and so we have to carry it in buckets down to where the chickens live.
Great job!
Great job!
Great job!
And Tyler is familiar with that, and so he got busy with that. He really enjoys that job.
7, 8, 9, 10!
Yeah!
You know, they step out of the van at the farm and they just smile. They just love being there.
As the education leader of Crotched Mountain School, I think every student deserves the opportunity to explore everything in life that they possibly can. The students know that they're going to the farm today, and it just brings out that big smile. They're knowing, yes, they're going to have fun, but also they're going to be learning something at the farm that they did not learn in the classroom by doing hands-on piece with the farm.
There's certainly times that I've been watching Andy collect eggs when the chicken has actually raised herself up and plopped an egg right down in front of him, and you know, that just is an amazing thing for him to see. I think he's just like, wow.
She just had a baby, and so she had 4 calf, right? 4 calf. When I got to New Hampshire, we got cows. I love animals, you know. I love animals. Love cows. I love horses and stuff, and so it's good. It's good for me, you know. It's feel good, you know. Cause in New York City, we don't have no much cows and stuff up there. You know what I'm saying?
We're on top of a mountain here at Crotched Mountain, and we have visitors by animals on a regular basis. Animals are a part of our life here.
These children struggle with connection. It doesn't come naturally to them. It's like learning how to breathe. It's like learning how to hug. It's very hard for them to learn the language of connection and communication. Horses, other animals, they don't make it complicated. They just naturally connect to these kids.
Well, animals, especially the horses, they're such great teachers of trust and communication. In a child's experience, they may not have found people to be too trustworthy.
Enter an animal, and the child goes right to the animal, and it's huge. I mean, the horses are huge. The child goes up to this horse and risks, through his curiosity, some kind of interaction with the animal. And the animal, especially horses, are so intuitive. They can pick up on this child's struggle and his fear and his vulnerability. They just welcome the child in their own special way. And the kid immediately senses that connection. And for a child who has a sensory disorder or a communication disorder, that is a beautiful thing.
It kind of teaches kids animals communicate, and it may be a step to teaching the kids how to communicate better with people.
In my mind, what it brings is an opportunity to have a sense of wonder about life, a sense of intrigue, a sense of curiosity, and that creates a rich life experience.
What we do in the horticulture program, we start all of our materials from seed. The kids go through catalogs and we pick out certain seeds that we want to grow this year. The students will transplant the seedlings into bigger and bigger pots. And part of our program is to provide food for the school kitchen. The school kitchen has gave us a list last fall of what they would like in the school kitchen for vegetables and herbs, and asked if we could grow some. Where do you think the tomatoes are going to end up being? Where will they be? Will they be on the leaf or will they be on the
Here's your
flower?
trophy.
They'll be right there. Where's the stem? Where's the leaves? Nice job. And this morning we had a group of kids come out and cut some chives and some oregano which we brought up to the school kitchen today. And we did the same thing last week, and they made really nice salads with them. So it's pretty neat. It's such a sensory activity. You're using your hands, you're feeling the soil. Some people will actually say it's a spiritual activity where, you know, your inner self-esteem is developing at the same time, and you're making a connection with the soil. You're making a connection with, this is, if I plant this tomato today, I know that I can eat it later on. This is the place where we work with the soil to make the food so that we have something to eat at lunchtime.
We serve around 6,000 meals a month here out of this kitchen. The students work very hard here to harvest the vegetables from the organic farm program here at Crotched Mountain, and we are lucky enough to be able to serve them with the product that they give us. We have a great vocational program here, and a lot of the students come in here and do multiple things to help us out, whether it's cutting cucumbers for the salad bar or putting yogurts out front. They're very helpful for us.
Would you like to smell it? Does it smell like a sheep?
Where is the sheep? Nice, okay, we got the sheep.
I think it's the joy. You know, I think like with Caitlin, you watched her be quite frightened and she was a little bit shaky, but after that she realized that the sheep weren't going to hurt her, she had this calm that came over her, and Caitlin kept going sheep in her language. She just really wanted to see them, and I think animals play a big part in just growth. And if an animal is quiet and the child is quiet, there's a bond. Animals are, I think they're very nurturing, and they're very important for young people.
Look at that. You're the smartest one of all the sheep.
Jeannie and Beth have been working very, very hard to integrate the Crotched Mountain children at Sunnyfield Farm, and it is really, really working now. So they have an amazing program that helps these young people, and they've done just this wonderful job.
That this student who can go from being very agitated and out of control to being gentle, kind, and be walking a dog is just a great life learning experience.
I think complexity really defines the kinds of students who attend our school and whom we serve. Sometimes their needs are medically complex, sometimes they're behaviorally complex. Many have very complex communication and language needs. The relationships between our staff and our students and among our students are a critical foundation for what we try to accomplish here.
Here's how you hold a chicken. First, you have to walk very slowly. And then grab him really quickly, lift him up, and that's how you hold a chicken. And then, if he wants to fly off, let him fly off.
2, 3, push!
See, here's an example. Get the water, and then...
There you go.
That's how good it is.
Yep. Well, one of the things I've been looking at for, I guess, more than 20, 30 years as a psychologist has been the role of animals on children's development. One of the benefits that we see is that children can make important connections, attachments, relationships with the animals in their world. There's some good research now that's showing that they actually function better, that they are, in fact, weathering stress. And we have research showing that there is a calming effect from being with a friendly animal. And the idea is that a relationship with an animal can function as a bridge to connecting or reconnecting with other humans.
We have an increasing number of students who have serious behavioral issues, whose behavioral needs have exceeded the capacity of local community school districts and sometimes families to manage. And many of these individuals while they have the capacity to learn, it's been seriously compromised by the traumas that they've experienced in their lives. Working with animals requires a certain kind of discipline, self-discipline, that is an area that many of our students, when they come here, lack. They're prone to impulsive behavior and to outbursts and to letting their emotions sort of dictate what they do from one moment to the next. It seems as though that animals, caring for them, grooming them, feeding them, creates kind of internalized discipline that begins to have tremendous positive effects on behavior. We have the professional supports and I think an environment that meets those complex needs very well.
What we're primarily using is to go and to whoa right now while he's riding. Okay, so we try to get him to point. If he doesn't point, we assist him with the pointing.
Animals have a wonderful impact on children. That's an important part of life. So we're going to find a way to accommodate these kids so that they can have this experience. And we have dogs, we have therapy dogs that are here, accessible to the kids as well. Instead of saying you can't, Crotched Mountain says how, and then we will.
You know, we all have a place, and I think what the kids have to teach other people is joy and compassion. I think adults need to learn more compassion, and I think that's something our kids teach.
Ready to do the chicken dance, everyone? Here it is. Dun 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 bok 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 bok. Do 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 do. Here 4 o'clock. Here's all the chickens. Here is 4 o'clock. Do 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 do.
Nice job, Drew.
Thank you very much.